Hey guys, welcome back to today's tutorial, and in today's tutorial I'll be sharing with you guys how to draft a straight shoulder bustier. So if it's what you're interested in, let's get right into the video. So first of all, we're going to mark our shoulder line, and then we're going to take our vertical measurement, which are bust point, under bust, waist length, and of course the full length of the blouse. Sorry, that part is not showing. And then we're just going to rule our vertical lines. So these vertical lines are the lines in which every other measurement will be done on. And then we're just going to label our lines just like so we don't get confused. So now the next thing we're going to do is to mark our shoulder measurement, which is 7.5. Then we're going to mark our neck width, which is 3 inches, and then our neck depth, which is also 3 inches, just like so. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just adding a neck um measurement so we don't get confused. So the next thing we're going to do is to mark our nipple to nipple. On the bust point, our nipple to nipple is 4.5 plus half inches is 5. Then on the under bust, we're just going to minus half inches, so we'll have 1.5 at the under bust. We're just going to mark it to the end of the blouse. So we're just going to roll the line from, you can notice the slant, there at that point. So at the shoulder, we're going to look for the midpoint between the shoulder measurement and that of the neck. So the aim of this is to get our shoulder dart. So we're just going to mark our midpoint just like so, and then we're going to connect the line from the bust point down to that midpoint which we marked just like so. So around the under bust, we're just going to come in by 2 inches just like so. The aim of this is to just give the side bustier a curve just like so. We're going to roll from the under bust to the full length, and then we curve just like so. So you can see already that the curves are also from the under bust. You just make a curve just like so, and then you take that curve to the shoulder measurement that we measured. Our shoulder was 7.5, so we're just going to take from the bust point to the shoulder measurement just like so. We've created our darts here. So now the next thing we're going to do now is the number we have there, like in between what we have there on our shoulder, that we're just going to replace it, so we have a new shoulder. And at the bust point, we're going to come up by 2 inches so we can create our chest line and equally our armhole line. So we're just going to connect just as we've been doing. Sorry if this is confusing you, just watch all over again. So we're just going to connect it to our new shoulder just like so. So the next thing we're going to do is to look for the length there. What we have there is 9, so we're just going to divide 9 into 2 just like so, which is the midpoint. We're just going to mark it there. We're just going to come in by half inches just like so, and then we connect to have our perfect armhole curve just like so. So now we're going to step down by 1 inch because our shoulders are slanted, and then we're going to connect it down to the neck just like so. And then the next thing we're going to do is to take our bodice measurement. So we're going to take our bust point measurement. So our bust point divided by 4 plus 2 inch sewing allowance, and then our waist measurement divided by 4 plus the dart there. We're going to replace that dart plus 2 inch sewing allowance. And then at the full length, you're going to do your hip measurement there. The full length of your blouse, what you do there is your hip measurement. That's what you're going to take there, your hip measurement divided by 4. You're just going to put it there, your hip measurement divided by 4 just like so, plus 2 inch sewing allowance, and 2 inch also for the dart just like so. And then we're just going to connect all the lines together just like so. And basically this is just everything for a shoulder bustier. So this part that I'm marking asterisk, like we're just going to cut that part out just like so. So guys, so for the back drafting, we're just going to come in by 2 inches, just like so. So the aim of this is for us to be able to differentiate our zipper at the back, so know where our zipper is. So 2 inch for our zipper allowance, so we're just going to indicate so we don't get confused. So the next thing we're going to do is to take our shoulder measurement, and any measurement you're taking should start from the zipper line. So we're going to mark our chest line just like so, our waistline just like so, and of course the full length, and we're going to roll our vertical line just as we did in the front pattern. So the next thing we're going to do is just to label, so we get to know which of the vertical lines we're working with. So we're just going to mark again, and we'll just mark our 3 inches, which is the neck width, and 1.5 or 2 inches, whichever that works for you, for the neck depth, and you're just going to take it down to the zipper. So we're going to take our shoulder again, so it will be easier for us to create our armhole line, and just as we did in front. So our chest line is nice, so we're just going to divide that. Like I said, our chest line is equally our armhole line, so we're just going to divide that into two, take our bust measurement divided by 4, and we're just going to connect. If you notice, the back, we didn't come in by ½ inch just as we did in front for the armhole. So that's different between the back and the front, because the front needs lapping compared to the back. So we're just going to take our back that, which is our nipple to nipple divided by 2, and we're going to, around the chest line, we're going to step down by 1 inch because there's no breast at the back. So we're just going to roll that all the way down. Then at the full length, we're just going to come in by ½ inch, so we can have our perfect dark lines just like so. I was just going to roll. Like I said, the back drafting basically is really nothing that serious. I just decided to show it. So we're just going to take our bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inch. The same thing with our waist plus the darts, then plus 2 inches, and of course, like I said, the full length is your hip. Don't worry, I'm going to add that when I am cutting on the material. So we're just going to connect just like so, and basically that just everything for the back drafting. So we're still going to step down with 1 inch, just for the aim of the shoulder is slanted and not straight, and that's basically just everything for the back. So what I did there at the zipper, just came in by ½ inches around the waistline, so I can have a perfect resting zipper. It's really nothing serious. If you want to do it like that, it's fine. If you don't want to do it like that, also it's still fine. Like I said, that's all for the back. So the next thing, we're just going to move over to cutting on our material. So at this point, I just want to show to you guys how I added the 2 inches at the full length that wasn't there at that point. So that's just all I did, and you're just going to cut out just like so. So you go ahead to cut your breast pad that you're going to use, and then you stitch on the sides. So this is how it's looking after stitching in the video. So you're just going to give it a proper press, so it will be easier for you to work with. It will be neat for you to work with. So after which, like, if you want to use the 2 color breast pad, it also works perfectly fine, to a point I was wishing like I actually used that. So you're just going to give it a proper press, so your wording will sit properly for you. So after which, like for those of you who don't know where to start your pad form, you can just come down by 1 inch from your chest line and it will work perfectly for you. So you're just going to add the sides and the center together, just as you see me demonstrating. So this is what it looks like after adding my sides and my center together. Remember, our blouse is a one shoulder blouse, so I actually came down by 8 inches. So whichever that works for you, it's completely fine. Like I said, that was why I actually stepped down by 1 inches from the chest line. So when I'm turning with my lining, it's actually not going to disturb me. So whichever way you want to step it down, it's completely fine. So at this point, I am adding my lining also to it. So I'm going to have a one-time cut. So just as I did in front, I just stepped down by 8 inches, just like so, and then I'm going to cut. So I'm going to have my one shoulder blouse. So this is what it's looking like after I gave it a proper cut. So this is the back after we had joined the back. I actually joined the back together, so I'll know what I am doing, because the cuts equally affects the back too. So that's why you see me placing right side facing right side, and you can see that the back lining is also there. So it will be like me cutting everything together at once. So this is it after I've done that. So you're just going to go ahead to so you can see how it's looking. Yes, that's how I actually did that. So you can go ahead and turn your lining um to the main fabric. So at this point, if you want to close the down part, so this is where you're going to do it. Like mine, I did not do it like that. So this is what it's looking like. I actually forgot anyways, but like I said, you can close the down parts when turning the lining. So this is what it's looking like. So see how I've joined the shoulder from the back side, the shoulder of the back and the shoulder of the front together. So you can see how it's looking. You can see how neatly sewn it is. So at this point, like, next thing you're going to do is to measure, check your armhole to see if your armhole is sitting properly. Remember what we used, our chest line was 9 inches, so our chest line equally serves as our armhole line. So after sewing and everything, we were short, so you're just going to measure and mark, so you have your original amp, or which you drafted earlier. So I just checked and it wasn't, I didn't get up to the 9. So I think what I had was 7 inches. As you can see, what I had was 7 inches. So you just mark like so, and then you give it a proper cut, so you'll not be short of your armhole. So whenever you've joined, whatever you're doing, you just check your armhole again, so it will balance very well for you, just like so. So after that, you're just going to make a long belt of maybe 3, 4, 2 inches, whichever that works for you. And then our sleeve is a basic shirt sleeve. And then for the off shoulder sleeve, you can just work with a -5 to get the full length, or -6 to get the full length, whichever that works for you. So this is what it looks like after I had fixed the sleeves together. So the aim of this is to just make the blouse have that shirt look. Although if I had known, I would have come up by 3 inches and not the 2 inches that I used. So the 2 inches that I used like did not bring that obvious shirt like look, from our long sleeves. Like there's this curve around it, so that's just the aim of that. So if you want your blouse to be straight, you can still make it straight. If you want to have that curve, you can just come up maybe by 4 inches, 3 inches. I came up by 2 inches and it actually did not give me the curve. So you can come up by 4, 3 inches, like whichever that works for you. So I did not turn my blouse with the lining. I actually did piping at the end part of the blouse. So whichever that works with you, it's completely fine. So this basically is the pleating for the up part. So you're just going to, that's the aim of the belt that I showed you earlier. So you're just going to create a stitch, like a one stitch, from the zipper. This is after when you've added your zip. So you're just going to make a stitch just as you see me do, like so. And then the next thing you're going to do is just make your plate. You just raise it up just like so, and then you stitch again on it. So this is just the continuous process that you will be doing. So when you sew one, you're just going to cut, so you'll be able to fix in the other one. So you're just going to, you can use a comb to raise it up, you can use your hand to raise it up. You can see what I am doing. You just cut, you raise it up again, you just create your pleat again, you stitch on it again, and you you cut, you raise it up again. Like just be patient and you'll be able to achieve it. It's really not something that's difficult. So that's how you just keep doing it. You raise, you sew, you make your pleats, you sew, you make your pleats, you sew. I don't really know what they call it. I don't know. I think the one for the hand, they call it Bible sleeve or so, but I think it's just similar to what I am doing here. So you just raise it up a little bit, just like so, and then you still stitch on it. So basically, that's just everything for this particular tutorial. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.